it's getting like to an emotional level, even sometimes maybe sex. There's one chick a long time ago before we were even right, and she was like, "No, I'm struggling with sexual thoughts in my head," and I was like,
Did she start telling you the thoughts?
you know, and like without it, there's not even for, "Oh no, my sister and the Lord, I'll pray for you." Mm-mm. I've got some ladies who you can talk to. I can send you their number if you're interested. Right? Quickly, straight away. Like, let's not start.
Because does it end up doing something
Exactly.
to you also?
In and in a guy. No, sometimes I just feel like I just want to hold me. Me, I'm a man. I'll start picturing what you're saying, and then it starts messing with me. Saying for now, can you giggle, right? So it's draw that line. If surface is stuff, stuff that maybe you can even discuss in a group, fine, that's cool. But then, like, yeah, for girls, find a lady or the woman, depending on the situation, find counsel in them. Guys, please, we know women, they're soft, they're easy to, they listen to you. Just go to a guy you confuse also. There's some relationships, unfortunately, that even start out like that. Oh, this was the person who was helping me, and because in that process now you develop that feeling, you grow attached to the person. But yeah, yeah, it's not the best place to start anything from. Yeah, but yeah, men just please find men, godly men who listen to you, build you up, encourage you. Yeah, and hopefully not shun you away. I mean, I know it's kind of a bit easier for women to kind of talk to women, I think. And then guys, because we're just these, football, Mosi, castle. And then we don't talk about stuff that's like going on the inside. But yeah, there are godly men who we can talk to. And I think I can quote Pastor Oka during the Brave Men's Conference, and I was talking about like sexual integrity and stuff. And he says, look, if you're gonna be on this path, which is God's will for you, and you've accepted that, look, this is God's will for me, I'm accepting God's standard. One of the few cardinal things that you need to do is look at the people who are surrounding you. And if those people are not on the same path as you, just gracefully, just thank you, but no thank you, right? Just surround yourself with people who are on the same path as you, because they hold you accountable. The ones who are not, it's, guys, like, first of all, that sexual integrity is hard on its own, and then you are hearing, there's this girl who me, switch, and then you hear stories from me, I'm just trying to abstain. Like, surround yourself with godly men who are on the same path as you.
Yeah, so, nice. Nice. So it's safe to say that the nature of your friendships kind of changes when you're in a committed relationship. No, or is it that really? Is it that the friendship should be like that before you get into the relationship?
Yeah, because I can't really say, oh, now that I'm in a relationship, I don't need you guys who are being promiscuous. Even when I'm single, I still don't need.
No, but for an example like that one, who before you're in a relationship, she could.
No, even then she couldn't. Okay. Right? So even then she couldn't, because it's like, bruh. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess it makes it easier if you have that, like, I would just say boundary. If you have those boundaries, like, before you even get into a relationship, you don't have to start making these major adjustments after the relationship comes. Like, okay, this is how it is. Exactly. People even know. And then people, when they start saying, I started changing because it's in a relationship, they just know that, no, this is me. These are my boundaries. This is how I relate with my friends. And it won't change if I'm single, if I'm in a relationship. Yeah. But what about in a situation where your woman just doesn't sit well with one of your female friends, and for you they're just genuinely a friend, then what happens in that situation? Like, she just doesn't sit well, so like, what do you do?
And before I even answer that, when you're talking about like having certain boundaries before even getting in a relationship, I feel like it should be about you first, right? It should be about your heart first, and not like, oh, because I'm in a relationship, I have to become this person. Like, I mean, it's like the fruits of, or rather, the fruit of the spirit. It's not like, oh, now when I'm at church, that's when now this has to. It's who you are. It's your kind before. When you are single, you're in a relationship, your kindness is still evident. You're married, your kindness is still evident. God forbid the relationship ends or you get divorced or whatever, your kindness is still there. It's not like, oh, this is why they were kind. Now that they're single, they've become like let it be about getting your heart in the right place before even no, I wanna be shining. Like
it should be for you first. Actually,
exactly. Like be a better person for you, and it will trickle down into everything. And then now in the case of where your person is uncomfortable with someone. No, I think this is what I believe. I don't think anyone is uncomfortable with someone for no reason. Like, can't just wake up and be like, I don't like that guy. Stay away from that guy. There's a reason. And so I feel like talk it out, right? Oh, I'm uncomfortable with this guy. Why? He'll tell you. There's a reason. It's not just I don't like. There's a reason. And for whatever reason it is, whether it's petty, it's what, there's still a reason. Even if he's cute, I don't like he's a cute boy. And me, I don't feel like I look like that. So which again brings out probably an insecurity that he has, but it's a reason nonetheless. Or even it's maybe because I kind of feel like you guys have got something going on or whatever. It's the way this person talks to you and you talk back. That's why I'm uncomfortable, but there's definitely a reason to it. And so I feel like bottling stuff never helps. It has never helped anyone. So yeah, bringing it up, and I think getting that reason out, like just bring it out and open. This is why I feel uncomfortable because of ABCD, and then talk about it to see if it's deeper than it looks, and then adjust where necessary, right? Because you don't want to be in a relationship where your partner is uncomfortable and you know it, and you're just like, oh, who are you? Right? You want both of you.
Just my friends.
Exactly. You want both of you to be comfortable. You want like chilling with my person, I know that I've adjusted my life in a way that now they're comfortable. Not I've just told you I deal with it. Because still more, even if we link up and we're having a good time, in the back of my head I know she's uncomfortable with this. Right? So discuss it, get that reason out, adjust where necessary. Where maybe she needs to do the adjusting, you need to do the adjusting, both of you need to do the adjusting, adjust where necessary. And live at peace.
Yeah, I think like one thing that came to mind when you were talking is just how communication is like the best thing in relationships. Like, and I think that's why it's important to like cultivate a relationship like where like friendship is like the pillar or whatever it is, like where you're friends and like you can communicate. Like there's once I was jealous. That didn't end well, but I was jealous of something, and I told Joshua like, okay, this is how I feel, I'm jealous. And like when I told someone that, I told him, and they're like, you can actually tell him that you're jealous. But I feel like it's because of we've like gotten to a place where like we're learning anyway to just be able to communicate how you're really feeling rather than keeping things inside. So I just feel like communication is like the best thing. Like let the person know how you're feeling, and also like and communication is a two-way stream. Like even as you get out how you're feeling, and let the other person also like and then just get to a good middle ground.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
In everything, grace and truth, guys. In everything, grace and truth. Understand where they're coming from, even if it's ridiculous, man. Like even if it's the same example, I feel like this person looks better than me, and like have grace for them. Not you and I. Have grace for where they're at, and then give them truth. Like I chose you and whatever, and give them also time. Right? Sometimes it's not as simple as that. Maybe it's an insecurity that goes deep. And you need to have the patience to work with them as they work out that insecurity and be more secure in who they are. So sometimes it's not just you and I.
Yeah.
And you've done nothing for what's going on inside of them. So find out what's going on. Have grace and truth for them and work with them over time.
Yeah.
I know even sometimes like being patient with people is not sometimes the easiest things, because maybe that's not an area like that you've struggled in before, but you just kind of have to be patient with them as you walk them through. So even for you need grace. Go and cry to Jesus Christ. And
Yeah, being in relationships, guys, and being intentional really works on your heart. Like it's not the easiest thing. It causes you to, as you said, be patient, and like you may not want to be patient in the time. Like you want someone to see the thing the way you see it, but like you just have to put yourself in their shoes sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's much.
Exactly.
Everything
in love. You like when you talked about like love just brings out certain things and whatnot, right? Is I feel love is for, well, at least love in like relationships or whatever, it's for mature people. Yeah, and like when I say mature, I don't mean like, oh, you have come of age. And like I mean like what Paul was talking about. It's like when I was a child, I thought like a child, and then now that I'm old, I've decided it's a decision, right? You decide to put away childishness. Akakanto kanga kaupeti nakachosako.
Yeah.
This thing where I don't want to say how I feel after all, understand? That when
he's supposed to know how I feel.
Exactly. Like put away childish things. If you wanna have a beautiful love story, like put away childish things. I guess that's also kind of one of the things we kind of talked about. I don't know if we really did exhaust it in the things like we learned about each other from the kind of the time we broke up. Like for me, my childish part was she should kind of understand how I feel without me necessarily communicating, because
that's so true.
No, I know you.
I understand. I feel you. There's just
right? It's communicate how you feel regardless of how it makes you look. Yeah. So it's put you deciding to put away those childish things. No one's going to decide for you. It won't magically happen. You have to decide. Put it aside, and
yeah, and me, my childish thing was that it's just supposed to work, you guys. Like it's just supposed to work. Why isn't it working? Like it's just supposed to work because people love each other. It just works. Like but no, you have to put it. And then also when you said like it's for mature people, also it makes you mature. Like also that sentence, like it's for mature people, but it also makes you mature. Especially when you find something worth like putting in the work for. It will do a work on you. Like it will make you like learn the things and want to be better and want to be I
feel like the ones who really enter the marriage. How should hear married people talking? Marriage, it brings out something out of you.
What's that something?
Something. Yeah. But take it away, my love.
Guys, thank you so much. I hope you learned something. My man talked a lot today, but he's amazing.
Yeah, I tried to not say.
Yeah, he's quite amazing. But I hope you got something out of our video. Please subscribe to his channel. Subscribe to my channel and share this video if it helped you to help others. And tell us what you think about the opposite sex in relationships.
Brenda, I'm sitting on Muna man.
Hey, what do you think about her? But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. We love you and take care. Bye.
Peace.